Hi, I'm Melanie Duffins. I'm the founder of Breaker 28, and this is Mind Crush Monday. That's where we talk about a brilliant idea from a thought leader that's going to catapult your career to the next level. So where do we start today? Charisma. What's charisma? It's what all of us want. It's that quality that draws people to us. And it's sort of mysterious. It's a black box because it feels sometimes like either you have it or you don't. You were born with it or you weren't. But that's just not true. Charisma is always a learned behavior. Whether you learn it as a child or in school or in your family or in your job, everybody has to learn this thing. And so if you find yourself not naturally charismatic, I want to share 3 ideas that might help you catapult your charisma so that you can get more of what you want without having to work so hard. Author Olivia Fox Cabane in The Charisma Myth identifies charisma as just 3 things: warmth, focus, and power. So let's talk about each of those types of charisma and what the consequences if you have too much of it or too little of it. So warmth charisma, what's that? That's that quality that makes you feel immediately when you meet somebody, they like me, they want to help me. And our brains are wired to approach people like that, right? To approach those who we think can help us, get us a better position, or who generally want to be in community with us. And so if you can project that warmth, that I like you, that I want to help you, you're going to immediately form a connection that's much stronger and more resilient than you can merely form with the other 2 types of charisma alone. Here's the problem, particularly for women. We often have too much warmth charisma. And when you have too much warmth charisma, even if you're focused, even if you're powerful, you render a little bit weak sauce. People don't take you seriously. So she's super nice, but I'm not going to go to her for a new job or for a bigger leadership position. She doesn't have a backbone. So too much warmth and you come across a little wimpy. But the other side of it, too little warmth and people don't trust your intentions. So you may be powerful, you may be focused, but they think you're a sketchball, or they aren't sure if you're in it for them or not. So part of what you need to learn is how to get the Goldilocks amount of warmth charisma that gets you what you need and none of what you don't. So that's warmth charisma. Moving on to focus charisma. I don't know if you've experienced this, but sometimes when I'm meeting with someone who's super smart, super warm, they're also a little bit ditzy. They're kind of all over the place. They're not paying attention to me. They're kind of thinking of a million things. They're using their phone. And even though I want to like them, even though I want to work with them, there's something disingenuous about the encounter because they're not paying attention to me. I start asking questions like, are they taking me seriously? Are they really into this? They say they want to do this, but do they? And that's the danger with focus charisma. When you have it, it makes people feel as if they're the only person in the room. It makes them feel as if you're listening, you're organized, your thinking is organized, you're able to pay attention. But when you don't, even if you have charisma in those other 2 areas, they don't consider you a credible professional who's going to follow through. So too much focus charisma, and you seem socially awkward, a little weird, a little intense, right? Too little focus charisma, and as I mentioned earlier, you're flighty. You're not someone to take seriously because you're all over the place. And so again, we're looking for that middle balance of focus charisma. So if you've got warmth charisma and you've got focus charisma, there's one more you're missing, and that's power charisma. Power charisma communicates, I can help you. I'm someone worth listening to. And that can show up a couple different ways. That might be, I have a position in a company that gives me certain privileges that you want access to, or I'm super knowledgeable and I know exactly what you need to know, so you need to draw to me to get that information, or I've got the connections to get you where you need to go. No matter how that shows up though, power draws people to you because it makes them think, wow, if there are 100 people in this room, I'm gonna focus on this person, they're my priority because they can get me where I wanna go faster. So too little power charisma, and even if you're super focused, super warm, people don't think that you're someone to prioritize. They might say something like, she's so nice and man, she's a great listener, but she really can't help me. Too much power charisma and you're intimidating. People won't even go up to you because they're like, oh, she wouldn't talk to somebody like me. And so again, we're looking for that middle ground of power charisma warmth charisma, and focus charisma, that sweet spot that helps you convey what you want to convey without repelling people that might want to help you. So that's it for our Mind Crush Monday. Join me next week when we talk about deliberate practice, the thing that's going to separate you from every other talented professional in your field.